What's up, YouTube? Griever here, and Merry Christmas to all my viewers. And if you are not Catholic, happy holidays, or Merry Christmas anyway. As you can see in the title, this is a review of the Huntsman 50, which is a Lanard blaster in their Huntsman line. Now, what is the Huntsman line, you're saying? It's pretty much a repaint of a buttload of blasters that Lanard already produces, and some new stuff. Either new to their line, i.e. they didn't make it and they're licensing it a la Arizona, or like this. This is actually, as far as I know, because it actually does say Lanard, and it's copyrighted 2013 on it, so this is actually a brand new blaster by them. Pretty much what this is what the Long Strike should have been, in at least most sense. There are two versions of this. This is the Huntsman 50, which comes with the front barrel and I believe the scope. There is another version called the Commando 12, which is no barrel and no scope, I believe. I'm not sure if it does come with a scope or not, but I know it definitely doesn't come with a barrel. But anyway, so this review is actually going to kind of cover both, because technically it is the same blaster. It's just one comes with a few more accessories. So, going over everything, like I said, this is what I wished the Long Strike was. It's bolt action. Unfortunately, it's a right-handed bolt action. It's not ambidextrous. It has a removable stock. It's got a front barrel that has such a huge inner diameter that it's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. It does come with a 6-round clip. I'm going to go over everything. Like I said, the stock, I'm going to start back to front. So, the stock is removable. A little bit of pressure in the back here, and it comes right off. I got to say, this is actually an extremely comfortable stock. There is one flaw to it, though. Now, you see here, there is like a dart rail where you can put in your extra ammo and all that stuff. And, oh, by the way, these are the darts that it comes with, which I believe are proprietary Lanard darts, because I've never seen these before, as opposed to the N-Strike Elite darts. Now, they are the same length, which is good, and it looks like, if you look at the back, the dart peg holes are also the same size too. And how do I know this? Because I've been test firing it, and Elite darts do work in this thing. So if you lose all these kind of cool red darts with the black rounded tips, you can just start using Elite darts on it, and you're totally fine. And the Elite darts even fit in your dart holster. So, which is kind of funny, because the Lanard darts are really loose in there, and these aren't. But anyway, getting back to, this was a good idea, but the execution was poor, because look at where it is. If you're going to be like all tactical and stuff and try and sight down your faux scope, this is seriously going to hurt a lot after a while. Especially if you have darts here, you just destroyed all your darts. Or you got to be like super weird and go like, or like you can't use the stock as a cheek rest like it should be used. I don't know if that's something I'm going to try and maybe work on, like cover it up and put something else over it or what, but I don't know. But the stock itself is super, super comfortable. Like, we're talking Raider stock comfortable. It fits so good in the shoulder. I'm going to see if I happen across another one of these things, or a Commando 12 for like super cheap. I am buying it just for the stock alone, and I'm going to find a way to put it on something. And it isn't even that short. I mean, I have my Sonic Ice Retaliator here, and it's a hair bigger. So it does have that going for it. Like if you hold the handle, if you hold it handle to handle, it's about a hair bigger, but it's so much more. It's so comfortable. I mean, it's not as long as the Raider stock is, but it's like, I don't know why, I find it perfect. Even the handle is actually a pretty good size. It's very comfortable, even with the stupid loop at the bottom. Because, yeah, you're really going to sling this. Although you really could, if you wanted to, throw it over your back or something. The scope is a faux scope. You know what? One thing I'm a little annoyed with. It's a faux scope. All right, fine, whatever. It doesn't even come with, like, target lines in it or sight lines in it or whatever the hell they're called. So that's a little disappointing. It's like, come on. You couldn't even just fake it a little better? The rail itself cannot support end strike attachments. I have tried, and either these nubs here, like it has like the grooves like on a end strike rail, these bumps are just way too thick, and you wouldn't be able to slide anything on. And even if you did, it wouldn't be able to catch because the inner rail here is way too thin, and this is way too thick for the for them to go along the rails on. So there's that. But this is what the attachment parts look like for at least the slide on the scope. So you might actually be able to use airsoft sights on it if you wanted to. The clip itself is partially see-through. There is no clear plastic here. It's actually just open. To pull the clip out, it's this little red button here, and it slides out very smoothly. The most you're actually putting into the blaster is this little tip right here, pretty much from this line up. I don't know how well the line's showing because it looks like it's bleeding a little bit for color saturation. But there's a line like right here. It's pretty much from where my finger is up is what's going into the blaster. So it's not even that much. So you don't need a lot of force to put it in. Although, I gotta say, it does hold very well. To take off the front barrel attachment, there is a little button here, so it's not always coming off or like a slide piece, kind of like, again, I have my Sonic Ice Retaliator, where you can just do that to pull off a barrel extension. I told you I had a lot of shit in my garage. Push the button forward, and then kind of just pull it right, and then pull it down and right off, and that'll take the barrel off. And to get it back on, you just kind of have to push it back in, and it's totally fine. Firing it, like I said, this is not an ambidextrous blaster. You only have the right side, so I will do a firing demonstration, and I will be using a couple of elite darts. And I'm also going to show you the priming mechanism as best I can internally. I will not open up this blaster on camera because there are gears in here. So any like performance mod you guys are thinking of, you could probably throw it right out the window. So loading in 2 darts to prime it, unlike the Hunter or whatever the hell this one was called, where you push it up, where it's all just part of the one. This is actually a folding priming handle, so you got to flip it up, and then you just get that little bit of plastic to grab onto. And unfortunately, there's obviously no shell ejecting on this, where in this one it was cool, where you had the shell ejecting. But this, if anyone knows, it's a piece of junk, and you cannot really work well with it. I mainly got that for the lulz of, hey, it's bolt action, and it ejects the shells, but you know what? It doesn't eject shells, but this is a lot better. Performance and fun-wise. So, pull the handle back. It's not much of a prime. That's pretty much the length of the draw. So, it's not too much of a draw. Fire. Okay, now this thing also does not have an air restrictor, so be careful when dry firing it. I'm going to dry fire it for you once, and only once on camera. Ready? That sounds like it hurt. Okay, so now going on to the priming portion of this. It's very unique. If you saw Psyk's video on the Commando 12, he kind of shows what I'm going to show you, and hopefully my lighting will work okay on it. So there is where would be the clip. So you're looking in the clip well. You pull it down, and it actually pulls the plunger tube, which is right there. It actually pulls the breech of that down. I'm going to load in a red dart so you can actually see how it goes. And if you watch it, this is actually going to go up. And unfortunately, that's where the gears come in. So, yeah, so that's why it's going to be a little hard to mod this, because it's all the gears are just entirely for priming action, so you can't really overpower it. Plus, I wouldn't suggest it, because if this is the only bit of priming handle you get, which is really small, I wouldn't risk it. Excuse me. I mean, I wouldn't risk it just for the fact that I fear if you put in a stronger spring, you're going to rip this thing right off trying to prime it, and then you're screwed at that point. Overall, I gotta say I like this. For once, you can use Nerf darts in a non-Nerf blaster, which is great. With accessories and everything, this is just aesthetically awesome looking. Even if it doesn't come with a bipod, because it is supposed to look like a sniper rifle, it does not come with a bipod, but this front grip is super comfortable, so you can actually use it like a hunting rifle. Well, hunting rifle. This would honestly make a great costume piece, because, like I said, I'm gonna do this up so good come the summer, and I honestly cannot wait to showcase it. Once I actually do have it all done, but in a setting along the lines of HVZ or an NIC war, definitely not an NIC war, but even HVZ, for the lulz factor maybe, for the practical matter, I wouldn't. This also comes with a bit of a hefty tag, especially for a costume piece or, just a display piece. This was $30 retail. Now that's what it's going for everywhere. I got this retail at Kmart, and you can get it online if you go through Toys R Us or Walmart, they have them there, but they don't carry them in the stores. So you have to pay the normal, for this, $30 plus the shipping charges. So if you can find this at a Kmart or at your local Kmart and you want to pick it up, definitely do that. Do not order it online. But pretty much that's my overview of the Huntsman 50. I like this. It's going to be a nice display piece. I can't wait to get it painted and put it up on the wall. And I don't know when that's going to be, because, again, as I had said in an earlier video, we're looking to sell again. So hopefully we sell and we can get moved and I can have a better workspace. But that's all for this video. I thank you very much for watching and taking some time out of the holiday week to watch me. So, Merry Christmas. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, give me a Christmas present and please like and subscribe this. And I will see you in the next video. Later.